when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 still go. Go, go slow, you can still go. Go, when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. When you feel low, you can still go. Go when you feel slow, you can still go. Go when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel.
Okay, okay. Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Good evening. Yes, a very big good evening to everyone. And I'm very much happy to see you all. I think everyone is excited for the 2 months boot camp, and it's really good to see you all in live, right? So let me tell you with the agenda, right? And I'll not waste much time. So there is so much content in this particular session where everyone should know all the points, right? So that is why I'll start really quick. We'll progress and I will take few of your queries also, right? So we will see one by one, okay? First, before starting, let me introduce you about our bootcamp. So those who are new watching this live, right? Just be with me for 2 hours. I think it's 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Right now it's 4:01, right? And really I'm very much pumped up to help you all for the next 2 months. Every Saturday I will come live at 4 p.m. only because you have given the poll, and also I have released the agendas for 2,400 emails those who have sent me. I think 1,000 emails people have not checked yet, so go ahead and check in spam from my name, CICD session 1 and agenda of the bootcamp, right? So this agenda of the bootcamp is very much important for you all to know that another 2 months this content will be making you job ready for the DevOps role, right? So that is what I am expecting, and I want you all support, right? So going ahead, we'll see like how you guys are with me, but I will be coming live, and I've given the word at my home also that every Saturday I'll be not going anywhere. I'll be sitting in front of my system till this bootcamp is completed, right? Even today also my family is out. I mean they have went out, but yeah, I'm sitting here in front of you all. Excited? Yes, I'm also excited. All the best. Yes. Duration is 4 to 6 p.m. This is gonna be something big. Yes, guys, I have actually shared the attendance sheet. If someone, I mean, it's in the description also. If someone can ping in the chat, it will be good, right? Just share it with your friends. I think, and also if someone is not able to see the chat, then you can go ahead and check in the description. The link of the the attendance sheet is there. So now it's already 4:03. I'll take 1 more minute regarding the attendance. Why I am taking the attendance? Because I want only the serious people to present in the boot camp, right? Because I want to see the positive results from our end, right? After 2 months, we are here to show some progress, what we are today and how we will be transforming ourselves into the next 2 months. And then for those people who are attending the sessions regularly, we'll be having separate Zoom meetings, Microsoft Teams meetings, and also we'll be going through their resumes and all those things. So plan is big, guys. So let's stay connected, right? Yes, I have shared, Naveen, I have shared the attendance sheet in the description as well as in the chat. So go ahead and check that. So yeah, today's session will start. It's already 4:03. Yeah, we'll start. Okay. So I think you all are with me again. Hi to you all, those who are watching me live. It's really great. Before starting, I want you all to have some notebook with you, a pen with you, so that whatever the agendas, whatever the topics we'll be talking, you just note it down, the topics. Maybe you can later visit after the boot camp or sometime whenever you are attending for the interview, right? So it's really good. People are joining, and it's really great. So in this session, we'll be talking about CICD end-to-end flow, and in my channel, my content will be specifically on direct job ready content. Okay, it's not like we'll start from basics, फिर थोड़ा उसको basics में आगे बढ़ते हैं, फिर अगला session उस पे और थोड़ा पढ़ेंगे. No, it's not like that. It's for freshers, it's for experienced. I have made my content in such a way that everyone is getting benefited with this content, right? So that is what my plan is. So CICD, we'll see why CICD, I mean the roadmap, we'll see how to implement CICD, what tools are needed to implement this, what is auto versioning implementation in GitHub, we'll see webhook trigger, we'll see sonar analysis, we'll see E2E flow. End-to-end flow is very important, guys, and this content is very helpful for you all to definitely know, like, okay, abhi DevOps mein kya karna hai, what we are going to start, right? Yes, definitely I am with you all. It's really good to see you all. I think I have not spreaded the word in other WhatsApp groups. I mean, the setting of this setup itself took me time. So maybe you can share the link with your friends, those who are joining. Yes. So we'll start with the first slide. Okay. Why I have kept this slide is, guys, you all should know where we are starting and how this entire process will take you to the next step. Okay, so this one slide itself will help you. I have already shared this slide, I mean this particular picture with some of the community people where I gave live, but I thought, okay, let me put this for an end-to-end flow. Okay, so we'll start with the end-to-end flow today on the first slide. So be with me, have some notebook where you create the flow diagram, right? Step 1 yahan se yahan ho raha hai, step 2, then step 3, step 4, step 5. Similarly, create this kind of whatever I am showing. Later after the live, you can come and definitely check what is actually there for you all. Okay, so yeah, let me go to the first slide. Very much excited, very much pumped up. I hope you all are with me. Let's get started. Kickstart 2022 Bootcamp by Praveen Singampalli, right? So let's see, in the right hand side, in the left hand side, you are able to see like one developer is there. Developer can be Debashish, Rishabh, Sudhakar, right? Any one of us. We are a team of community, right? So we all are developers. There are similarly other team of community who are DevOps engineers, right? So now what is happening is, in the step 1, you see like developers are developing some application. So now what are the type of coding language you need to understand, you need to really know about is, first one is Java, second one is Node. Java is for backend, Node is for front end. Maybe you can learn about Android development also, because nowadays if you see digitalization is growing rapidly, right? It's not like you need to learn all these things in DevOps, but what I'm trying to tell is at least on the basic things, right? Because we need to know if some application developer is coming to us as a DevOps, in the sense, we are a DevOps team, are coming to us and telling, okay, I am having the application issue, can you just check it out, right? So you need to know like what is the application actually planned, how the things are, okay? So I hope you are able to hear me, right? You all are able to hear me. If yes, give me a yes, because I just thought, okay, people are hearing me or not. Attendance sheet updated, done. Yeah, great. So developer is there. That is where the process starts. Okay. Now, if you see any application in your phone, right? What is happening? Actually, your application is getting deployed, and you see, when there is an update, right, your phone will ping you like, okay, there is an update in the app, right? Yes, thank you all. So there is an update in the app. So just imagine, guys, the beauty of DevOps I am telling now, okay? Somewhere, apart, very far from the ocean, right? Right, there are some developers who are trying to deploy the application into Kubernetes, and once the application is deployed, that is straight away coming to your phone, right? That is the beauty, guys, okay? And we'll be talking about the entire end-to-end process in this one slide. I'll be taking a little bit of time here because I want to make sure I'm giving the best content in this one slide itself, okay? So first, developer is there. What developer is trying to do? Developer is trying to create a content, the code. Okay, now let's understand. I'll take some applications example. Flipkart UI. Okay, we are developing the Flipkart UI. Okay, now what is happening is, when the developer is developing the Flipkart UI, now the source code is present. Okay, now where the source code is developed, basically what is source code? Source code is nothing but the code actually, right? The skeleton of the code actually we do, right? Java or Android or anything. Basically there is an IDE, the development environment we call it, okay? It is about the developers, where developers come and use this platform, which is like Visual Studio. If you see on the this time machine thing, right? The blue one beside the source code, that is a Visual Studio picture, right? Which actually helps us to develop the code in a better way, okay? Now let's take developer has the Visual Studio in his local, or an Eclipse in his local. Now developer is developing the code in the local, where he is trying to do some UI changes and all. Now what he is doing, he is trying to push the local repository code to the central repository. Okay, what is the central repository, guys? So the first tool we are talking about is GitHub or GitLab or Bamboo. Okay, what happens is, basically, right, this GitHub or GitLab is basically the repository, guys, which actually helps us to push or to put our code at a segregated format. Okay, now why this repository is needed? Your code is 10 GB of code, right? Now why this 10 GB of code has to be placed in some repository, right? Okay, let's consider this phone itself. Now what is happening? You have a SD card, okay? You have your inbuilt memory. Why that inbuilt memory is needed? To store your files, to store your data, right? In the same way, for the 10 GB of code, the Flipkart is developing, right? The 100 GB of code, we need to store somewhere, and that is the place which is called GitHub or GitLab. Okay, I hope you guys are noting down everything. So go ahead and definitely check out all these things. Now, let's take, this is a developer, okay? My hand on the circle way is the developer, and on the top is actually the GitHub repository, okay? From the local, right, manager has given a task, okay, Praveen, go ahead and do some changes in the code. Now I have done the changes in the local, in the system laptop, and now I am trying to push this code into the central repository. Okay, we'll see about those things in the coming slides, right? There are some commands we will talk about, or else next slides, but yeah, definitely. Okay, now what is happening is we are trying to send this code, whatever in the local, we are trying to send this into the central repository. Why this repository is required is because all your code will be at one place, right? And the team of DevOps engineers, or the team of development engineers can access all the code at single point of time. Okay, everyone can go and see basically a UI will be there where everyone can log in and see, okay, Praveen has changed the code at 4:50 PM, okay, at that particular time. Now let's take Vijay is there. Okay, Vijay is trying to now push the code again. Now Vijay, for Vijay's manager, his manager has told, okay, do some changes. Now Vijay's works on that change, and he will try to push the changes into the same repository which Praveen has worked. Now what is happening? All the code is present in the single repository, guys. See the beauty, right? Development people are thousands, but everyone where they are pushing their code at a central repository at a single point of contact place. Okay, I hope you guys are getting me. If yes, I will definitely appreciate your yes, and we'll see the next tool, right? So now why the DevOps is needed, guys? Okay, and you know what guys, DevOps are powerful people, right? There is a beautiful sentence from KGF, right? Powerful people come from powerful places, right? So we all are powerful. Why I am telling powerful? Because we have the ability to stop the code to go into the production, guys. Okay, now let's think DevOps is not there. Okay, now what is happening? DevOps is not there, and development team are just given the freedom to deploy the code into the production. Now the code is deployed into the production without DevOps. 1,000 people are hitting the same UI, I mean the same browser. Now the server is crashed. Okay, now which is getting impacted, guys? The organization is getting impacted. And now see the beauty what I'm talking in the next few seconds. If the organization is getting impacted, what will happen? The downfall of the capital, the downfall of the monetization, the downfall of the application expenditure, right? All those things will come down. If it is getting down, what will happen? The effect on the managers. If managers get affected, what will happen? Team will get affected, right? So it's a chain of process where all these things happens, and that is why DevOps has been introduced, guys. Beauty, right? It's a beauty. DevOps has been introduced to help us to stop those unnecessary deployments, to stop those unnecessary activities. Okay, for that the next tool we'll be talking about is basically the SonarQube, right? What this SonarQube is doing, you see someone is actually having the magnifying glass and he or she is checking the code. Okay, now just imagine, guys, now just imagine in a real-time scenario, our code is a person. Okay, I cannot draw I will explore in the later sessions where I can draw you and show. Actually, I have taken a whiteboard also, but I don't think I can draw and show you here. I like to draw, I like to explain in a very clear manner. I will try maybe in the next session, but as of now, bear with me for this slides. So what I was telling is, what will happen? Let's consider our code is there. Our code is a human being. Okay, now human being is there, and our each tool in DevOps is a train compartment. Okay, now what is happening is the person is coming, the human being is coming and going through each of the compartment, and the compartment are nothing but the tools of DevOps. And now what is doing? Each compartment is trying to do some analysis on the code and making sure, yeah, unit test I will cover, Akash, just give me a minute. So now what is happening is this SonarQube as a tool will actually check on the code, right? And it will see whether your code has any bugs, your code has any duplicate lines. Let's take developer is doing copy paste, right? So what is happening? The code is getting increased. What will happen? The size of the code is getting increased, right? Unnecessary. Why to keep the unnecessary waste of the code, right? Unit test, I will tell. Yes, everyone is asking about unit test. I will tell in short time, right? So now what is happening? Our code is there. Okay, this is the human being coming in, and our sonar is there on top of that. Okay, अब sonar क्या करेगा? Sonar will check the analysis for the each line of code. Let's take you have 1,000 lines. Each line of the code will be analyzed, and what will happen is basically you will get a report, guys. Okay, and what analysis it will do is, I've told you, the first one, code analysis, it will do where it will check the bugs, vulnerabilities, the duplicate lines, the code smells, and unit test. Okay, why this unit test is important? Now we will talk about unit test. Okay, unit tests are what, guys? Test cases. Okay, now what is happening is, for just 5 lines of code, okay, if the 5 lines of code has to be tested, okay, what we do, we write the test cases for that. Okay, it's a development scenario which I am telling. Awesome job, keep it up, Praveen. Yes, Omkar, thank you. Yes. So what I am telling is, right, I was telling about what is unit test. Okay, just be with me for some time. SonarQube has the ability to check the unit test also. Okay, now what is unit test? Unit test is nothing but, I will tell an example for the hello world. 5 lines of hello world code is there, right? Hi, how are you? This is Praveen here. Some code is there. Okay, now what is happening with this code? Okay, code is here. For this 5 lines of code, right, we need to make sure this 5 lines of code, after getting deployed into Kubernetes, after getting deployed into any other platform, it has to run properly, right? So what we do is, initially we write some test cases for those 5 lines. Okay, and SonarQube is the tool which will analyze the unit test coverage. Let's take, right, we are setting some gates actually for the SonarQube, right? Now what are the gates? You can imagine like a dam gates. What will happen if the water flow is high? The dam gates are made up and the water has to go out, right? So in the same way, Sonar has some gates where we call quality gates, right? And we set the percentage of unit test coverage, the code coverage, and all those things. Now let's understand, if the code is there, 1,000 lines code is there, right? Now in that 1,000 lines of code, what is happening is basically, some part of code is not at all tested by someone, right? And that is important, right? We need to test our code before pushing it to the next step, right? So now our human being, our code is at SonarQube compartment. Now once the SonarQube sees, अरे वाह, बढ़िया code, एकदम बढ़िया, बिंदास code, 100% marks पे 100% it has given. Now what will happen? This code will be sent to the next stage, guys. Okay, अब next stage क्या है? Next stage is our build stage. Okay, what is the build basically? Na, I will tell you. Okay, I cannot put everything on slide. I want to take my blackboard, but I am not sure if I can show you all the things. But definitely, I am planning to set up in my home the whiteboard thing, so that I can teach more properly, right? So now at build stage, okay, now those who are writing notes, just write these points, okay, like a mapping. Okay, for Java application, the build tool is Maven, guys. Okay, for one-to-one mapping, for whoever are writing one-to-one mapping for Java application, it's Maven as a build tool. For Android application, Gradle as a build tool. Okay, for Node application, Node itself is the build tool. Okay, so now these 3 applications we have seen. Okay, now what is happening? Why we need the build tool, guys? Very simple. Okay, the 10 GB of code. Okay, let me give you example with phone again. You all have Android phones with you, right? you open any application and you check the size of the application. It will be maximum of some MB, not GB, guys. Okay, so ever imagine like, okay, how this particular 10 GB of application is getting converted into the MB, right? So I think Flipkart is the application. I think it is 120 MB, right? I have seen that. So just check it out and comment me that what is the size of the Flipkart app as of now in your phone. So ever imagine like, okay, Flipkart is a really big application with 1000 GB of code, but at the end it's only MB which is getting to you in your phone or website, right? So build tool is nothing but, now what is happening, our human being, our code is coming, right? And what is happening? Our build tool, right? For Java, I will consider as a build tool, okay? Maven, okay? Now Java code is coming. This Maven as a build tool will see the Java code, right? And it will check. And I will tell you the beauty of DevOps, okay? Every tool has a configuration file, guys, okay? So that is how the skeleton starts, okay? So if anyone is noting down in your notes, just like how we actually prepare our notes in the school, right? Have some black pen, blue pen, have some clouds designed in your notes where you take the notes like, okay, in DevOps, every tool has a configuration file, right? And with that configuration, what we do in that configuration, we tell, okay, go ahead and convert this application into a small binary file, okay? Yes. Now what is happening is this small code, right? I mean, this 10 GB or 20 GB of code is getting converted into the itusa file, right? Which is like MB, jar var if it is a Java application, .apk if it is an Android application, the build folder if it is a UI application, the React application, okay? Now, what is happening once this is converted? Again, I am taking you back a little bit. For the 10 GB of code, we have used GitHub as a repository. For the MB of files, the small binaries which we call, we put where, guys? You see, after the build where we are going, we are directly going into the artifact or the build report. Okay, so now what is happening? Okay, you guys are writing. Okay, got it. Please note it down. Jenkins and Azure pipelines both work like same or different. See, everything is same, but the process will be changed. Okay, Nadeem, yeah, you guys are, how size is reduced. Bhumika, actually what is happening now? As I've told, every tool has a configuration file. Okay, what Maven will do now? Maven is a tool which will actually read your code and it will convert your code into a zip file or a jar var, right? So now imagine you have some 10 folders in your system. Now what you do to make sure all the 10 folders are coming into single folder and convert it into the zip, you want to reduce the size, right? What you do, you zip that, right? Similarly, Maven actually zips the entire code and makes a single binary file, which will be very beautiful to see actually, and to place it will be very easy. Okay. Yes, build tool only shrinks the files, not every other tool. Okay. So now we'll be talking about artifact, guys, which is JFrog. If you see, JFrog is a beautiful tool. And guys, how many people are watching? Okay, let me see. Oh my God, 424. Thank you all for your support. This is tremendous actually, right? So now I will tell you some important things why this bootcamp is needed for you all. Okay. In this bootcamp, there will be very different concepts. Maybe you will find here and there, which you already know, but as we progress, everything will be new. This is my guarantee. Okay. Why my guarantee? Because you will learn about REST APIs of each tool. You will learn the best automation techniques in the presentations, what I'm doing. You will learn the end-to-end flow of everything. I mean, I am giving you the job ready content. Okay. So job ready content. After that, those who have filled the attendance, the link is in the description of the video. Go ahead and fill the attendance so that I will specifically send emails on the on the Zoom meetings, right? So we will form a community where people are interested to learn, right? Not for everyone, right? So I'll be sending you the Zoom where we will sit and we will take the queries, we'll discuss on resumes, we'll discuss on open job opportunities, we'll discuss on internships, right? Yeah, I think I am spending good amount of time. Let me complete this real quick. So artifact is nothing but we will use some automation techniques, right, where we use curl commands and we send that small file of binary file to the artifact. Okay, now what is happening once the artifact is present? Okay, our artifact is present. Okay, now that artifact, what we do actually, right, we actually build that artifact as a Docker image. Okay, now why Docker is coming in, I'll tell you in a small, but we have a Docker session later, which is one complete session on Docker. Okay, I think I have shared the agendas also. Now what is happening is the jar, var or anything, right, is getting converted into the image. How it is converted? As I have told you, just keep in the mind, as I have told you, every tool in DevOps will have a configuration file. Okay, what that configuration file will look like? It will say like, okay, अब क्या करना है step 1, अब क्या करना है step 2, अब क्या करना है step 3, right? With these steps, that Docker will convert your that jar file or var file, the 10 MB file, into a image. Now, open your phone, you all have your images, right? Any of the image, click on that and you will see a detail, right? 3 icons will be seen and it will take you to the details page. And what is that? Details will be there, right? Yes, your comments are really awesome. What that details will be there when you have clicked the image, right? Who has, I mean, from which location the image has been clicked, what is the phone, what is the size of the image, right? Everything will be present in this phone, right? If you go to the images section. In the same way, every tool after getting converted, it will show you who has done the changes, what are the things, what is the timestamp, what is the size of that thing. Okay, so now this jar or the var, which was 10 MB file, is converted into a Docker image with the help of a configuration file, which we'll be talking in our coming sessions. Okay, not in this session. It's just a highlight of each tool in this particular session, right? So now, if you see the dolphin, we are at dolphin. Okay, we are at Docker. Okay, you all are with me, right? अभी हम लोग Docker पे हैं, where we are talking वो क्या कर रहा है actually, but we will pinpoint on each flow of Docker into our next session. अब क्या कर रहा है? Very beautifully listen here. Now what is happening is, here Docker is there. Now that image, right? That image is there. The image is to be deployed into the Kubernetes now. Okay. Here I have not put a tool, but actually there will be a tool, Ansible. Okay, Ansible is nothing but it's a infrastructure as a code which will help us to create the environments, right, in a single click, guys. Okay, now let's understand, right? Whale, yes, Nikes is telling whale. Oh, okay, I told dolphin. sorry about that. Yeah. Yes. This is really cool. Yeah, that is a dolphin. Yes. So what I was trying to tell is that dolphin, right? That dolphin will help us to scale our applications, to scale down our applications. I mean, with a single image, that will help us to contribute more to the application. Okay. Now we will see how Ansible is working. As of now, just imagine in your mind and take the notes. This Docker and this Kubernetes, इनके बीच में एक है टूल विच इज कॉल्ड Ansible. मतलब मैं अपने कोर्स में Ansible बताऊंगा, एंड इफ यू वांट टू लर्न शेफ, गो अहेड विद दैट. इट्स अप टू योर पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट. या व्हाट वी विल डू राइट नाउ, Ansible, व्हाट Ansible डज, राइट? Ansible में अगेन Ansible हैज अ कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. गाइस, ये दिमाग में रख लो, every tool of DevOps will have a configuration file. Okay, now what that configuration file will do, I will just have a water. Okay, now what we actually do in the Ansible is, अब Ansible को बताएंगे कि hey Ansible, listen Ansible, okay, and do this work Ansible. Okay, you are getting? First what we will tell, hey Ansible, मतलब उसको बुला रहे हैं, we are calling Ansible. Then what we are trying to do this work Ansible. Okay, when we are telling do this work Ansible, so what that work is called, right? Stages, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, right? So stage 1 में क्या बोल रहे हैं? What we are telling in stage 1 is hey Ansible, go to the JFrog, ठीक है, JFrog में जाओ, go to the JFrog and get the latest image which you want to deploy into the Kubernetes. Okay, understanding, right? Terraform, see, 2 months bootcamp, if I put everything, it will be difficult, yes, but you guys are asking, in 2 months agenda which I have shared, I have not kept the Terraform, but I have the plan. Maybe this 2 months after the completion, I will just take one session which will be hands-on on Terraform. So that hands-on also we will do. Okay. Now I was at Docker conversion to the Kubernetes with the help of Ansible. The first stage was in the Ansible was what, guys? We are telling Ansible ki take the image and deploy into the Kubernetes. And now second, third, fourth stage, what it will be, which cluster to deploy. And what is Kubernetes, guys? Kubernetes, one session is there, don't worry, but as of now, just understand, Kubernetes is a place where you scale the things, where you balance the things in a beautiful manner, right? So just imagine you are in a 3 BHK right now, or a 2 BHK, or imagine your home as a Kubernetes. Okay, all are with me. Your home as a Kubernetes in your mind for another 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, now what we are trying to do is, our image is trying to enter from our main door. Okay, so now image has entered into the main door. I will be telling you how Kubernetes is very much intelligent to place that image and convert as a container and convert as a pod and place it in a particular room, right? So if you are in a 3 BHK, understand that each BHK, each room is a cluster in Kubernetes. Okay, and who is the master, guys? Your hall, right? Your hall is the master. Your other rooms are slaves. Okay, all the 3 rooms or 2 rooms or 1 room, right, are slaves. Now from Docker image is trying to enter from the main door, which is Kubernetes main concepts, right? Understand. So now this image is coming from the main door, and the master, right, is trying to analyze which room is vacant to send this image, right, to deploy your application, right? So Kubernetes is very intelligent, and he or she, right, is trying to deploy the image into a particular place. Now that image is taken to a particular room and it has been deployed. Now after the deployment, what will happen, guys? That image, right, now I'll be telling you as a layers, so just be with me, right? Video is lagging, guys. Okay, I'll wait. Video lagging, stream got laggy. Now it's fine. Yes. Okay. I'll wait for some time, right? Lag. Please tell again after hall is considered as a master, video went offline. Oh, okay. I'll tell. Now okay, guys. Now okay. Got it. Now hall, I will tell again. I think I am spending so much time in the first slide itself. We have so many things to cover, guys. Very beautiful things are coming in. So now consider your image is trying to enter from the main door. Okay, and hall is your master, and remaining all rooms are your slaves. Now this image is trying to enter, and this master, right, is trying to analyze which room is vacant to send this image and convert it as an application. Right, beautiful ना? So now image is coming. अब Kubernetes ने देखा कि भाई image आया है, अब इसको कौन से place में, कौन से room में इसको deploy करे ताकि वो application up and running हो, और www. let's say like pravinsingampalli.com, and the website is up and running, right? So, and again, how Kubernetes checks like which room is vacant, right? It continuously talks to each room, right, and it gets the data. Let's take your room is full, guys, with full of utensils, items and everything. Now what will happen? Kubernetes will tell that, okay, this room is full, I cannot deploy the image into this particular room. It will check to the other room, right? तो ऐसे करके हर room में वो देखेगा, and the best suitable for the application it will deploy. So I hope with the first setup it's very much easy for you all. Mahesh, I have put so much time here. I don't want to again repeat the thing, right? Let me go to the monitoring thing. Now, as you know now, the master, right? The image has entered from the hall. The master has decided, okay, this image should go and deploy into a particular room. Now it has deployed it, okay, in 1 BHK, in one room, or 2 BHK in any of the room, it has deployed. Now the beauty comes of monitoring engineer, okay? DevOps is not only DevOps. DevOps is monitoring engineer, DevOps is security engineer, DevOps is a developer sometimes, DevOps is a tester sometimes, DevOps is a all-rounder sometimes. So that is why the want for a DevOps engineers, right? Good DevOps engineers, everyone is a DevOps engineer, guys, okay? Good DevOps engineers are those who know all these things, and my bootcamp will help you to know all these things, right? Why I have put monitoring? Because I have a separate session as a monitoring where I will be telling you the automation with monitoring, Grafana, MySQL database, the integration of both the things and all those things, okay? Now, our application is deployed. Now, the beauty thing is, you all are able to hit www.praveensingampalli.com. Now what happens is, let's take we are 455 people watching this live. Now immediately our intake of people is more. Let's take 1,000. Now my application, my server is not able to handle that load, right? So now what will happen? Server will get crashed और users तो चले जाएंगे उस website से, right? So in order to avoid those situations, we have monitoring tools like Prometheus, like Grafana, right? Like Splunk, which will help you to avoid unavoidable situations in your applications, right? So I hope I have made it clear. All these tools which you are seeing in this frame will be covered as each session in the coming weeks. So every Saturday 4 p.m. I'll be coming live for the next 2 months, right? This is the first live, and also I'll be coming every Thursday on Instagram, as I cannot take you all to live, right? So I will come every Thursday into the Instagram so that I will take some of you live and get a feedback for the bootcamp, right? So plan I have already shared, what we will do in Monday, what we will do in Wednesday, what we'll do in Thursday, what we'll do in Saturday. Go ahead and check the Instagram page. It's Singham for DevOps. Okay, now I'll move ahead in the next slide. Okay, so now we'll be talking about Jenkins. Perfect. Revant is telling it's perfect. Great. See, Prometheus and Grafana both are different, guys. So we cannot say like versus. Okay. Okay. I'll not take about the Grafana and Prometheus. We'll talk in a separate monitoring session. Okay. Now we will see what is Jenkins actually, right? So what we are trying to do with Jenkins, what is the plan of Jenkins in our bootcamp. Okay, so Jenkins is nothing, guys. Jenkins, as I've told you, every DevOps tool will have the master and slave configurations. Okay, master is someone who is telling कि भाई तू ये कर, तू ये कर, तू ये कर, और master को कौन बोल रहे हैं? We as a human being, we as a DevOps engineers, we are telling to the master that, hey, see this, you have to do this. अब master will tell to the slaves कि, okay, slave भाई तू ये कर, slave do this and do that. Okay, now very much important concepts will be starting from now. I hope you have pen and book with you all, right? Yes. Now before starting into the Jenkins, we'll see two things here: the most common asked interviews question, and also I am the interview panelist for previous I have taken many interviews, so I make sure at least people know that what is declarative syntax, what is scripted pipeline syntax. Okay, so now in the right hand side, if you see, there is a small piece of code which I have kept, which is starting as pipeline, which is telling like agent, which is telling like stages. Under stages, if you see stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, you remember I have told this stage concept in Ansible also, right? The beauty is you have to link, guys. Okay, what are the linking things you can get now at 440? We are in second slide. Okay, मैं बहुत बात करता हूँ, guys, so please bear with me. ठीक है? Now what will happen is, right, this stage, right, first stage, second stage, third stage will actually do some tasks for us, right? So in the first stage, if you see, the first task is hi, welcome to pipeline demo. Okay, second task something, third task something. Okay, so basic skeleton of Groovy, this is called Groovy code, okay, which you are seeing on the screen, right? This is called a Groovy code, which is very important for the DevOps engineers. Okay, and people should definitely know what are these things and how we will utilize this. Okay, so now you see pipeline, it is a start of the script agent where we will run this particular code, I mean the server name. Okay, we'll be seeing, okay, stages, as I've told you, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Okay, now we'll see in the next slide what is actually the declarative pipeline, what is scripted pipeline. Okay, so two things, why it only playing at 144p for me, see blurred document. Okay guys, there is a little bit blur of the document as I'm new to YouTube. I tried my best to make sure it comes very visible to you, but somehow I couldn't make that happen. I will try maybe in the next slides, but please bear with me, and please, okay, it's okay, yeah. Okay, so now we'll talk about declarative versus scripted, guys. Okay, now declarative is a new feature. Okay, so as the next slide will be a little less visible, I'll be covering that now. Okay, now going ahead, what is declarative pipeline is where we this is a new feature basically. Okay, now I'll tell an example. Okay, declarative pipeline, scripted pipeline. Scripted pipeline is something which actually is formed inside a Jenkins job. Okay, so now what is that? I cannot show everything. Maybe I can get my whiteboard. I am seeing my whiteboard there, but I don't know like how I can place it and show you, right? So that is why I cannot do that now. So what I was trying to tell is the scripted pipeline, right? Scripted pipeline will be inside the Jenkins job. Okay, I will show you this pictures also. Now what will happen is inside the Jenkins job it will be there, whereas declarative pipeline, you make this as a file. The skeleton which you are seeing on the right hand side, you make this as a file and you place it in the GitHub. Okay, now what is the difference? Main difference is, let's take you have 1,000 projects. Now what you will do actually, you create 1,000 files and you place it in the GitHub as a single place, and you do the change of the code and anything. Okay, the beauty is, for the 1,000 applications, you will have your business units, right? Let's take you are working in a car, I mean the motor organizations, car maker organizations. Let's take Toyota, you're working in a Toyota, right? So what Toyota has basically, part shipment, parts procurement, right? These are services. Okay, the new vehicles launch, right? The new vehicles, old and resale things, all these are microservices. Okay, now let's imagine under Toyota there are 5 applications only. For 5 applications, you create 5 different files which you are seeing on the right hand side, and you place on the GitHub, and from there you call into the each pipeline. Okay, pipeline is nothing but, you understand the pipeline, like one attached with the other, right? So pipeline is nothing but, which we have seen in the previous slide, right? Like the continuous flow of the code till the end, right? That is what the pipeline is. Whereas the scripted pipeline is the pipeline which is made inside the Jenkins job. Okay, now let's imagine you want to tell your teammate that, hey, please go and do some changes in the code. Now what he will do, he will ask you like, okay, which scripted pipeline you have changed, what is the scripts you have changed. But whereas in the declarative pipeline, because declarative pipeline is nothing but all the code is placed at a single place, and you can actually see the data very properly and you can do all the things. Now because we'll face Zoom issue, we can try for online whiteboard. Okay, Preeti, I will do that. Okay, so I think I will go to the next slide where I have put some of the data here, but tell me if you are able to see or not, guys. Okay, and I will see my best to help you all, right? Just if anyone can tell me if you are able to see the slide, right? Yes. Now we will talk about scripted pipeline, declarative pipeline, right? Okay. No, we can't see, not so clear. Yes, I understand. I understand. Sorry for that. Yeah. Okay. For this slide, I will just tell, okay, what you can do after this class is that check for the scripted pipeline and declarative pipeline. Okay, you will see the similar. Okay, got it. No, it's blurry. Yes, I understand it's blurry a little bit. Just bear with me. What is a scripted pipeline? You will see that the script is written in the Jenkins, right, in the Jenkins job, whereas declarative pipeline is placed in the Git repo. Also, there will be few skeleton changes which you can actually see. Okay, for this slide alone, I'll go to the next slide because it's a little bit blurry. I understand that. From next time, I'll make sure I don't do this. Right? Use magnifier. Okay, I don't know, guys, to use all those things. Magnifier. Okay, maybe. Okay, for now we will just go in the next slide. Right? Okay, sir. Yes, Bhumika. Thank you. So now key concepts of Jenkins file. I hope you are able to see again. What is ye PDF? Yes, definitely. I will share based on the attendance I get. Right? I'll share that. Okay. Now we will talk about key concepts of Jenkins file, and this will be an interview question. If anyone asks, okay, what is a Jenkins file? You need to tell it's a basic groovy file. The code is a groovy file, where the syntax is a human understandable syntax, and how it will start is basically with a pipeline, right, where you see the start of the pipeline. In the previous slide, you have seen what is a pipeline, right? On the right hand side, you have seen the pipeline is there. Then we have the server name, then we have the stage, and under stage we have the steps, under steps we have the agent, right? So now you see pipeline is a set of instructions, right? So basically we are telling so basically what we are telling is, here is, guys, listen to me, right? So what we are telling is pipeline is a series of steps which we actually tell Jenkins to do on our code. Got it? Yes, slides are visible but texts are blurred. Okay. I cannot do it's good not I forced it to 720. It's good not I forced. Okay, Sandeep, can you just confirm me in 720p it is coming good now? So that I can tell everyone, guys, go ahead and do that change, whatever the Sandeep has done. Yeah, Sandeep, it's clear. Yes, let me proceed. No, sir, it's visible. Yes, good. Don't focus on the text, guys. What I will tell is important. Okay, I'm telling one by one with very clear motive. Okay, what is pipeline? Pipeline is basically the steps involved in the file which will tell that some things has to be performed on your code. Okay, 720p, it's crystal clear. Great. Guys, go ahead and change everyone to 720p. It's crystal clear, right? So what is node? Guys, as I have told you, Jenkins is a master slave configuration. Nodes are the servers where our code or our entire pipeline will be executed. Okay, it's a server where our tasks will be getting executed. Okay, node is a server. Now let's take, I am from Andhra Pradesh. Okay, I have one server with me. Now you are sitting at your home, you all have, each one have one server. Okay, and now I want to make my pipeline to only run at my friend's server. Let's take my friend is Mahesh. Okay, I will take that IP address and I will give as a node into my pipeline. And what will happen is my work, all the tasks will only be running on Mahesh server, will not be running on any other servers. Okay, that is the beauty actually. Okay, and what is stage? Stage is nothing but the steps we define in the pipeline script, right? Stage 1, go to the GitHub. Now imagine the picture 1, what we discussed actually. In the picture 1 we discussed, right, like GitHub is there, stage 1, right? Then security is coming, which is with SonarQube. Then third, build is coming, right? So those are stages. In first stage, let's assume in stage 1, you have the GitHub, where you are telling some line of code to hit the GitHub, and you are telling Jenkins, hey Jenkins bhai, go to the GitHub, hit the URL, get the code for me, right? So now in the step 1, in the stage 1, code is getting downloaded from the GitHub. Stage 2, on that code, the security tools are running. Stage 3, what is happening? The build is running on that particular code. Stage 4, the data or the artifact is sent from the local to the JFrog. Stage 5, what is happening? The conversion of the jar or var into the image. Stage 6, Ansible running. Stage 7, Kubernetes. Stage 8, monitoring. Okay, so beauty is that, okay, I hope you understood what these stages are. Yes, nodes are slave, that is correct. That is what the slaves are actually meant to. Okay, and agent, okay, we'll be talking about agent. Okay, agents are, guys, very important topics, and agents are also similar to the slaves, right? But why we need agent? Okay, I will tell you. CPU heat sound is coming. Oh, that is not CPU heat sound. Okay, I'll switch off my AC, guys. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, I got it. I think there is a CPU sound also, but please bear with me. Okay, now we'll be talking about agent we were talking. Okay, now as I have told you, we have different types of agents. Okay, and what are those agents? Agents are designed based on the project need. Now let's consider a real-time scenario. Your manager is there, your manager is coming and telling you that, okay, create a server for a specific project, and that project is Java application. That project is a Java application. Okay, now for Java application, what we need, guys? okay, I know that I get a lot of sweat. I'll switch on later. I don't know, like maybe after some time. Don't worry about that. Okay, now let's consider a real-time scenario. Your manager is coming and telling you all that, okay, I need an agent for my application, Java application. Now you go ahead in AWS, you create an EC2 instance, and what you do, you start deploying the softwares. What softwares the Java application needs, guys? JDK, Java JDK, right? Maven, right, to build the application. What else it needs? Some other softwares to make that system up and run, right? Some other platforms so that your application is up and running. Some security configurations, right? So all these things are only for one project, right? So when you are creating an agent for one particular project and you do the task for that particular project itself, that is called agent. JRE JDK, yes, that is correct. I think few of you all know. Right, yes, Maven and all those tools, whatever the application, guys. Okay, let me tell you with phone, your phone, how it is running. Imagine how your phone is running, right? Let's take you install the Flipkart application, right? Beneath that, your CPU is working, your hardware is working, right? Your softwares which are helping you to actually run the Flipkart application is working, right? Some cache is also working, right, in your phone. So guys, server is also similar to the phone. So how you love your phone, we all should love, being a DevOps engineer, the servers also. Okay, so very much careful when you are playing with the server, right? So that's a caution. Okay, great. Okay, this is really good. Okay, now we will move to very important concept, and this concept is already being applied in some of the organizations, in top organizations, and this concept can be changed based on the manager's thinking. Okay, if manager says no, I don't want to go with this, I want to go with some other concepts, and he brings some new ideas to the table, then these concepts will be coming into picture. Okay, but as of now, in every organization, if someone tells you the interview question, okay, now you are trying to change your domain. Okay, Now you are trying to change your domain, guys. This is for the domain change people. The first question people will ask by seeing your resume is that, okay, tell me the entire flow of the CICD. Tell me the entire flow of the project, what you have worked. Okay, now what is happening is, because you have not worked on real-time concepts, you will lack telling about that. And if you tell by watching some video or watching some document, they will come to know that this guy is lying. Okay, because the slide which I am showing will be the best one to tell anyone who is taking your interview. But yeah, definitely you should know all the concepts, right? Right? Everything gonna about interviews. Why don't learn the technology for the technology? Barack Obama, yes, it's not on the interview concepts. It's my way of teaching that. As I've told you, this is a job ready content, guys. Okay, so I will not go for, see, okay, this is a kickstart of the boot camp. Okay, I don't want you all to focus on a particular tool and bore you. Okay, so first kickstart, I wanted you all to take you to the various tools where we at least touch base. Like हमने गए, हमने देखा टूल को, हमने थोड़ा उस पे जांच पड़ताल किया, then we came back. Okay, so this session is more kind of that, with more interview questions added to it. Okay, Barack Obama, nice sir. Okay, great. So we will be talking about two things here, right? And we'll focus mostly on the pipeline again. Okay, and I've told you what is pipeline. Pipeline is nothing but the entire flow of the code going through various tools. Okay, yes, thanks. Okay, now let's consider two scenarios. Okay, now what is happening is, you see the topic merge request from dev to master branch. Okay, now we'll be talking about GitHub, right? We are talking about GitHub. Now consider Barack Obama. Okay, no, I'll not take Barack Obama's name. Okay, I got it. Now what we will do, let's take our developer is there, right? And I am the DevOps engineer. You all are developers, right? Feels good, na? You are going to develop an application by end of this bootcamp, right? Sounds interesting, na? Now let's imagine I am a DevOps engineer and you all are developers. Those who are watching, I think 416 plus people are watching. So you all are watching this, 416 people are developers. Now what is happening in bigger organizations, the steps to work is very, I mean, every task you do is monitored, guys. Okay, I mean, in every organization, because you don't want to take the risk by deploying the application into the wrong application into Kubernetes, right? So what we do is basically we have to create some branches in GitHub, which we'll be talking in the last slide. But as of now, just understand what we are trying to do. We have two concepts here, that is a child concept and a master concept. Okay, now what is this pipeline? Again, I am telling, I don't want to confuse you also. Please make sure you are clear what is a pipeline. Okay, what is a pipeline? Just imagine this phone is divided into 10 equal shapes. Okay, and each shape is having a tool in it. Okay, now my hand is the code. My hand is coming through each compartment and it is going through every compartment, right? Now this entire flow is called a pipeline. You are able to understand, right? So now in this pipeline also, our managers will request us to design different pipelines for different application. Like I've told you, Java application have a different flow because the tools will be changed. Node application will be different pipeline because tools will be changed. Yes. Okay, it's thank you all who are really appreciating my, people are commenting my session is good. So definitely watch other sessions also, come live, because I believe live teaching will really help us to learn more and grow together, right? Yes. Now what is happening in the child pipeline we will see. Okay, now in the different branches, okay, dev branch is there, master branch is there, developer is doing the development in the developer branch. Okay, developer को पूरा हक है कि वो अपने branch में कुछ भी कर सकता है, but उसे दूसरे branch में करने का हक नहीं है, because we have restricted their access. We as a DevOps engineers, are monitoring every aspect that the developer is doing. Beautiful, right? अभी अगर तुम्हारे कोई दोस्त हैं डेवलपर्स, ठीक है, आप बोलना उन्हें जाके कि भाई देखो अभी हम लोग आ गए हैं, राइट? अभी हम लोग प्रवीण के क्लास से आए हैं and we will monitor your things in GitHub, right? Okay, breaking, video is breaking again. Will this be available on YouTube after live? Yes, Deepank, these are live recorded sessions, so it will be available on live, okay? Okay, screen is blur. Yes, wait for some time, it will come again. Don't worry about the screen getting blur, okay? Is there a way to write? Okay, please upload. Yes, guys, again I am telling, the videos will be uploaded directly after the stream, okay? So all will be live recorded sessions, and I think response is really good, guys. I think 400 plus people are continuously watching, so I am happy. So I will definitely make these videos live until I get the response like this. If response is not that much good, then videos will be making public for that particular session. Okay, I think someone was commenting. Okay, we'll not take that comment now. Okay, now we are talking about different types of pipelines. Now see the child pipeline and see the master pipeline. Now what we are doing, right? Our manager is coming and telling to us, hey Praveen, create a pipeline which actually checks my code. More stringent checks are there. Okay, now we will see some tools, guys, here, okay, which we have not discussed till now. Now developer team is there. He has pushed the code to GitHub. Okay, we are talking about the child pipeline. Okay, now child pipeline developer team is there. He has pushed the code into GitHub. Now what is happening? There is a concept called webhook, right? So I think someone has telling, like, we are talking on more on interview, but every point on slide, if you remember, if you see, right, is a catch here. Okay, so now webhook is coming into picture. Now new concept is coming, guys. Okay, हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, धीरे धीरे webhook ला रहे हैं, right? So what we are trying to do is, this GitHub is integrated tightly with Jenkins with some hook. Okay, now what is that hook? Now these hooks are again defined on the configurations. Let's take, you want your webhook hook to run when developer pushes some code, or else commits some code, or else creates a merge request. These are the concepts. These are the concepts in GitHub actually, so that you learn. Okay, what are the types of branches I told? Developer branch, feature branch. I will be telling, there is one slide, but as of now, just understand on what basis the webhooks are made are for merge request, for push, for pull. Okay, when you pull, I mean when you pull the code, usually doesn't have. When you push the code, it will be a webhook. When you merge the code, it will be a webhook, right? These are some platforms which will trigger the Jenkins pipeline, and that is where the automated thing is coming. Okay, I'm telling again, this is GitHub, a tool. This is Jenkins, a tool, right? Both are two human brains with maximum power to help us. Okay, so now third human brain is someone from us. Okay, someone from us. Okay, this third human brain na, he's trying to tell this GitHub कि भाई अभी मैं कोड पुश कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, एंड इसने अभी कोड पुश कर दिया यहाँ. अब ये ब्रेन ना, ये ह्यूमन बीइंग अब क्या करेगा, ये अब दूसरे ह्यूमन बीइंग जेनकिंस को बोलेगा कि भाई कोड आ गया है मेरे पास, अब तुम इसे डिप्लॉय कर दो. ठीक है, कैसे करेगा? विथ हुक. ठीक है, एंड दिस रेपोजिटरी विल बी टाइटली कपल्ड विद दिस पाइपलाइन. ठीक है, अब पाइपलाइन में आ गए, एंड आई टोल्ड यू द एग्जांपल ऑफ पाइपलाइन, आवर मोबाइल. ठीक है, 10 सेक्शंस, ईच सेक्शन हैविंग अ टूल. So based on the application, it will go through each tool and it will deploy your application, right? And after the deployment of the application, usually we as a DevOps engineers are responsible to send an email, and we will see the sending emails as an automation in our shell script. I'll be sharing the document to you all where our shell script automation will be there. Okay, and guys, this is CICD session 1. Session 2 will be more on continuous deployment. These are like continuous integrations, right? The second session will talk more on the deployment part. Okay, so GitHub will call a REST API of Jenkins based on, yes, correct, Trijit, exactly. GitHub will call the REST API of Jenkins, right? And Jenkins will automatically trigger. When Jenkins is triggered, the entire code will go through each compartment, each tool, and it will get finally deployed into Kubernetes. Okay, now the master pipeline. Now child pipeline, what we did actually, उसमें हम लोग क्या किया आप देखो. Sonar is there, Black Duck is there, Fortify is there. These are security tools because our manager came to us and told कि भाई देखो अभी ये tools है ना, इसको we want our code to be more vulnerability free, bug free. It should be not hacked by an hacker, right? कोई हैकर हमारे कोड को हैक ना कर सके. That's why we are using the tools like Sonar, Black Duck, Fortify. So the child pipeline, what the child pipeline was doing, it was actually trying to check the code more on the vulnerability side, more on the cyber attack side. Now let's take the child pipeline is completed. Okay. Now what we are doing, we are sending an email to some manager where he has to approve that email and he will check the statistics. Okay भाई बढ़िया है एकदम, और बहुत खुश होगा मैनेजर देख के कि मेरा कोड बिल्कुल बग फ्री है, वल्नरेबिलिटी फ्री है, अब कोई साइबर क्राइम भी नहीं होगा मेरे कोड पे. इतना खुश हो गया और वो क्या करेगा, वो अप्रूव बटन दबाएगा. गॉट इट? हाउ टू फॉलो ब्रांचिंग स्ट्रेटजी. यस, ब्रांचिंग स्ट्रेटजी इज कमिंग. ओके, नाउ what the next trigger happens is that email will have the link to approve. Once our manager approves, it will go to the master pipeline. और अब अभी देखना master pipeline what we are doing. Merge request gets approved, master pipeline trigger हुआ webhook के साथ. फिर से सोनार, ब्लैक डक, फोर्टिफाई we will run in parallel. उसके बाद कोड बिल्ड होगा, मेवन के पास कोड बिल्ड होगा, फिर JFrog आएगा. गाइस स्टोरी सेम है, राइट? पाइपलाइन स्टोरी सेम है, but every pipeline is different based on the data you give to your manager based on the application. Guys, with me, yes, no, any doubts, any questions? I see. When is the next session? Oh my god. Okay, I will tell again that I come every Saturday live at 4 p.m. You guys can check out the links in the description for all the things. Like you can connect with me on Instagram. This video description has the Instagram link. So what I do, Monday I release the poster for the coming session, right? So it will be released in LinkedIn, it will be released on Instagram, it will be released on Telegram. Okay, now second Monday I have released the posters for the next session, which will be on, I think today is 11, which will be on 18th, I think so. Okay, I have released on Monday. Wednesday I will send emails to the registered email IDs, those who have registered for this bootcamp with the agenda. I will post that agenda onto Instagram. Wednesday is done. I will take a gap break on that. I mean Thursday. Okay, Wednesday is done. Thursday I will come live on Instagram to take your queries on the previous session or any other queries. Saturday we will do the live. Okay, every Saturday 4 p.m. I will come live till 6 p.m. we will do this session so that you all guys come to know the better opportunities. Okay, now you see artifact we are pushing for Ansible, we are pulling that artifact. We have talked about Ansible deployment to QA. Now Ansible will do the deployment either onto on-prem or cloud. Performance testing will do the testing on the application, right, and send email to the people. Okay, so I hope you guys are getting video lag. Okay, why again to check the vulnerability in master plan? Okay, very good question, guys. I was expecting this question. Mohan very well asked. Okay, let me tell you. Actually, this child pipeline. Okay, see the left hand side. Merge request from dev to master branch. So now two branches are there. One is dev branch, one is master branch. Okay, master branch is very important branch. Developer branch जो भी करना है कर लो, कुछ भी add कर लो. If you want to add your own profile picture, go ahead and add that, but don't do that. Just for making sure you all are engaged in this session, I told like that. Developer branch is there. Okay, let me tell you. I don't want to confuse you guys. Okay, developer branch is there. Now child pipeline is to make sure the developer branch is gone through the security checks. Got it? Yes, Bhumika, Vasant, I am telling about you only. Yeah, child pipeline. Okay, what our manager gave us the task, practical. It's very, yes, practical I want to do. I will definitely, please tell about the master pipeline. Okay, now what I was trying to tell is our manager is there. Our manager comes to us and he tells, I want the pipeline to make sure the developer who is writing the code is actually getting bug free, vulnerability free, and cyber attack free. So that is why what we have done, see, in the child pipeline only we have used 3 tools, guys. What are those 3 tools? Only for the security checks we are using the child pipeline. Okay, we are not using any other pipeline, any other stage here. You are getting me? Got it? Yes, yes. Okay, people are getting. Okay, again I am telling, child pipeline is occurred based on our manager need. And what was our manager need, guys? Our manager need is that the developer who has written the code should be bug free, vulnerability free, and security free. Okay, on the developer branch, right? Child pipeline is running on the developer branch. So now imagine if the developer branch has some bugs, तो हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, उसको मास्टर ब्रांच में मर्ज करने से पहले ही हम लोग ये रोक रहे हैं, राइट? यस, गॉट इट, गॉट इट. वी आर ट्राइंग टू स्टॉप अ वल्नरेबिलिटी बिफोर गेटिंग मर्ज इनटू द मास्टर ब्रांच विच एक्चुअली गोज इनटू द प्रोडक्शन. समझ गए? उसीलिए अब क्या हो रहा है ना, देखो आप वहाँ पे व्हेन यू सी द सोनार ब्लैक डक 45 अपने कोड को देख लिए, वो बोले कि भाई तुम्हारा कोड मस्त है, यू आर रेडी टू गो, नाउ क्रिएट अ मर्ज रिक्वेस्ट. तो क्या होगा, मर्ज रिक्वेस्ट एक क्रिएट होगा फ्रॉम डेवलपर टू मास्टर ब्रांच, और उस मास्टर ब्रांच में क्या होगा, जैसे ही मैनेजर अप्रूव करेगा वो लिंक, देन व्हाट विल हैपन इज दैट मास्टर पाइपलाइन गेट ट्रिगर्ड. उसके बाद वॉट एवर वी हैव लर्नड विल बी ट्रिगर्ड एंड इट विल बी डिप्लॉयड इनटू द Kubernetes. And guys, every time you see send email, we are sending emails to the teams stating our DevOps team of 400 plus people, those who are watching this live, I think 360 plus people are watching live. So those people are actually getting notified, right? Got it? Please don't talk in Hindi. Okay, okay, got it. I think few of you all wanted me to talk in Hindi, so I got it. Okay, so understood. Webhook child और master के लिए कैसे configure होंगे? Okay, good question. Let's consider developer branch is there. Let's consider master branch is there. Okay, actually, what we try to do is we actually create the webhook, right, for the both the branches. Okay, we create for dev, we create for master. Actually, this master and the dev branches are residing in a single repository, correct? For a single repository, it's residing both the branches. Okay, now what we do when we add the data in the configuration, we give for both the branches. Okay, so I hope I am making sense here. हिंदी इज़ फाइन, हिंदी इज़ लव. हाँ हाँ हाँ, यस. स्पर्श मिश्रा, यस, मुझे भी बहुत पसंद है हिंदी बात करना, बट या विल कंटिन्यू इन इंग्लिश. गाइज, अभी थोड़ा वेबहुक, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट वेबहुक. मैनी ऑफ यू आस्क्ड व्हाट इज वेबहुक, हाउ वी विल ऐड इट. तो गाइज, आई हैव पुट सम स्क्रीनशॉट्स फॉर यू, right? So Terraform or Ansible for now, Terraform after our bootcamp. Okay, there will be a hands-on. In real time, how many pipelines will be there for each project? Any number of pipelines. Depending on your manager's ask, it can be any number of pipelines. I hope you all have made 720p the video streaming. Please make it 720p to get the visibility, right? From my end, I cannot do, guys. Okay. Sir, you also look like Talapati Vijay. Okay, okay, no. Okay, webhook setup, we are talking about webhook setup. Very important. On the left hand side, you see GitHub UI. Okay, on the right hand side, you see the Jenkins UI. I have put both the screenshot here, and we will see how this brain 1 from GitHub is connected with brain 2 of Jenkins. Okay, okay, now if you see, we are in a test repo. Okay, now in the test repo, we have went into settings tab and we say integrations. Okay, now you see, guys, there is a URL. Okay, someone was asking where that URL is coming. That is a Jenkins REST API. Okay, and this is one job, guys. Okay, and what that job is doing, is there a siren ringing in your background? Yes, that is car, not my car, someone else. So don't worry about that. What does mean deployment to QA? Great, where I have told deployment to QA. Okay, let me tell you this thing, because someone has asked me, in real-time projects, we have different environments. Okay, development environment, testing environment, staging environment, production environment. Okay, and development environment, to play, developers come and play there with their code. Testing environment, a little bit of higher environment where testing is done for all the code written by development teams. Staging, a very high level environment where product owners, managers come and test your application credibility, right? And if they give the sign off, then your application will be deployed into the production. Got it? Right? Great. So now on the left hand side, we have the GitHub UI. On the right hand side, we have the Jenkins UI. So if you see, there is a build trigger option in the Jenkins. It's a plugin, guys. You need to add every plugin in the job. Okay, now you see build when a change is pushed. Guys, this many of you, many of us doesn't know. So I put the screenshot. Take the screenshot if you need, because both are at the same place, right? Build triggers. So guys, if someone asks na how you create a webhook, right? Tell them, okay, ये बताना story कि you create a build trigger in Jenkins, you add the build trigger plugin and you say build when a change is pushed to GitLab or GitHub, okay? And when you click this, you get a URL. Take that URL and paste it on the GitHub, okay? Now, what you put, you see enabled GitHub triggers. What are the triggers we need? We need for push, we need for merge, okay? Now, if you don't need for push events, you only tick on the merge events and you save it, okay? And also one thing, Jenkins will give us, Deepank, make your video 720. I cannot enlarge, this screen because I'm completely set up now. If I change anything, I don't want to lose my stream live now. So I don't want to do anything right now, but it's only for me. Shivani, guys, everyone make this as a 720p. Okay, let me ping this 720p. Okay, make it 720p, guys. Okay, GitLab or Jenkins 720p. Okay, the left side is GitLab, the right side is Jenkins. In Jenkins, I'm telling the steps what you need to do. In Jenkins, add the build. Step 1, in Jenkins, add the build triggers plugin. Step 2, checkbox on build when a change is pushed to GitLab. When you do the checkbox, you get a URL and a token. Where the token will be there, if you see the advanced tab, there will be a token. Copy the URL, copy the token. अब आ जाओ GitHub और GitLab में, वहाँ पे देखना integration section is there. There will be a URL and you select what are the option you need. Add a webhook, your webhook will be added. And now whenever your developer push the code, your webhook will be triggered and Jenkins job will get triggered. Okay. Got it? 720p. GitLab image is not so much clear. Yes, I can understand all your difficulties. Got it? Go with the flow. Got it? I hope I have made it clear. Okay, I'll cover all your questions in the Instagram live. Please come to live. I'm taking so many questions, right? I hope this screen is also visible for you. Just check. How Jenkins and GitHub communicates with each other. Do we need to set up anything? Leela, that's what I was telling actually. We need to set webhook. If you see in the previous slide, right? Webhook you need to set, and that's where GitHub and Jenkins will talk to each other. And this is an important question for you all. Do you involve the disaster recovery testing DR? We will talk about DR, like how to do the DR, what are the steps you can take in the DR, what are the activities in the DR you can perform. We will talk as a bootcamp step. In the attendance sheet, I have given the comment section also, which is not mandatory. If you have seen the attendance sheet in the description, go ahead and fill that, because for the people who are joining the live sessions, there are some add-ons for them, like Zoom meetings, resume reviews, right? Some other benefits we will be doing. Please avail us. 1080p, how I can do actually? See, I am learning now YouTube, okay? It's now 1 month and 10 days only, and we have crossed 4,000 subscribers, okay? So it's really, immense pleasure for me to tell you all the love you have shown to me. the support you have shown onto the channel, on Instagram, everywhere. It's tremendous response from you all, and I want to continue the same, right? And that's where we have hit in 1 month and 10 days. It's hardly less than 45 days we have hit. I think maybe 50 days. I started this channel on April 24th. So April 24th, May 24th is 1 month. May 24th to till, you can calculate, today is 11th. So it's hardly, I think, 45 plus days we have crossed 4,000 subscribers. Okay, so thank you all for supporting. Keep supporting me. This is the same flow for DevSecOps. Yes, that is why I have included you the security tools.